and they said Iran was close to building a nuclear weapon, and I think they're going to have to show what they know. I believe that they didn't do it just haphazardly, but by contrast, China appears to have sat on the sidelines. They may not have, but it appears that way. And so I kind of wanted to start there this morning and welcome to our show, China Watch Wednesday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we actually made some statements, although it's not issued as official, but I did actually talk to Miles regarding this. He phoned me from jail. Oh. And because I want to see what's his take. This was actually prior to U.S. sent the B-2 bomber to executing the wonderful mission. I mean, it was really beautifully done. I couldn't say it's a military excellence, not only on the hardware but also on the brave warriors that Americans.
Can you imagine being in a plane 36 hours? 36 hours.
I know.
And they fueled in the air. It's
amazing.
It's amazing. It is really amazing. But keep going. I'm blown away by how they executed it. But yes.
Yes, me too. I mean, only America can do that. I think that claim is unchallengeable, as we witnessed it just a few days ago. But what I'm saying is, so prior to this happened. Miles actually phoned and shared with us his take on this, because we all know that Iran is a proxy forces that the CCP have deliberately cultivated over the decades. Okay, and we have to talk about their long-term strategic kind of expansion. Why they pick Iran in the Middle East, and why the Middle East is important to the CCP's long game of world dominance. Right. So in previous shows and episodes, we talked kind of in length in terms of the geopolitical importance, in terms of the financial, economic importance of Iran, and also in terms of psychological. Okay. So getting to Iran, CCP has been helping them with their nuclear technology as far as can date back to the early 1980s. This is no secret. And in terms of where Iran had set their mind to do, they wanted to get down to create nuclear weapons. But more troubling is this. A lot of people don't know. They're just focusing on the nuke, right? And
right.
CCP has been helping them, as a way of controlling them. But this is only one aspect of how CCP.
Ava, how long has the CCP been helping them?
I mean, 1980s.
Okay.
Their nuclear program to now,
40 years. Yeah, 40 years. Okay. Yeah.
And CCP in 2022, Miles Schools bombshell revolution. Of course, a lot of Americans don't listen to New Federal State of China because we're such a small voice. Even people painted us as conspiracy, when we warned about the bioweapon, when we warned about the vaccine, when we first warned about the antidote of the vaccine detoxation. Nobody heard us because the big tech and everyone is attacking us. Even Miles School is considered as a fraudster if you search Google today. The first article jumps out is like, he deserved this, basically. Okay, so the whole world turned against us. So, but CCP.
But you've been you've been correct on everything. That's and so as a footnote, even in that article, but everything you've said has come to fruition. So
Yeah, thank you for adding that.
Yes.
So in 2022, Miles Gore told us, and this is a strict intel, that CCP not only has been deploying their nuke bioweapons in Middle East region. They also giving a number of countries, these are rogue nations, majority of them rogue, including Iran or ICBM. Okay, why would Iran need ICBM that it can reach all the way to U.S. mainland?
Right.
What do you think they're doing? What do you think the CCP is doing? So Miles Gore at that time, even prior to and saying that it will be wise for the United States, to actually have a very decisive and quick strike on Iran and then get out immediately. Do not get into a protracted war, because if you don't do anything, if you enact inaction, okay, just let it go on, let Israel's situation then go on. The CCP, and that's the best outcome, the CCP and Russia wants to see. They're happy, okay? They're hoping that U.S. don't do anything, does not do anything. However, if you did do a strike, a swift strike, and then happen to be caught into a protracted conflict, then the real winner is going to be the CCP and Russia. And
right.
That's Miles Guo's take on, because they want you to divert your attention, your energy, and resources. Because when you are weak, when you're sending your troops outside fighting, your home base is the weakest time. And they had all slew of plans to attack you on your home base. Okay, that's the art of the war. So basically, the best option is what we just witnessed, is the decisive strike. Although Miles Guo mentioned about decapitation, but that didn't happen. But you did destroy their nuclear capacity, right? So
yes.
Get in and get out. And that's something I think very similar to what Miles Guo has been saying, even things before happening. So now we witnessed, I would say, the miracle of the military excellence. Yes. And I'm happy that, and one thing Miles Guo mentioned on the phone is Iran represents 1/3 of the proxy forces. So now, right now, after the strike, literally the 1/3 of the proxy forces deployed overseas by the CCP are dismantled. Okay, so the world. That's a very